Hello everybody, I'm Burningacidx and also post commentary guy. Holy shit, I am back! Did you guys miss me? No, I didn't think you guys did, but holy shit, look at this! We are back in Kerbal Space Program, even though I am not playing it right now, but that doesn't really matter, does it? I'm not too sure. So, I said I would do some science and do some tweaking around with the game. I did do some tweaking around with the game. Didn't help too much. It helped a little, I think. I'm not entirely certain. The game still is not stable at all, but we can deal with it. I just had to do loads of quick saves, like all over the place. Something exploded, don't worry about it. It was just a mystery go, I think. Not entirely certain, but it was just something insignificant. We are still capable of landing, and we shall do a landing, and it's gonna be fine. We just came from a flyby of Minmus, I think. I'm pretty sure. Look at that. Holy shit, fabulous. We could actually see our fuel tank with the engine flying beneath us. Holy shit, look at that, zooming in like a crazy man. Why the hell was I so fascinated by it? I don't quite know. But maybe it was just Jebediah. I think it was actually just the Jebediah who was crazily... What the hell is Jebediah doing there? Did you guys see that? That was kind of crazy. I don't even remember doing that, but it's fine, right? So we got some science from that, and we continue exploring some of the things of the science tech tree, whatever you want to call it. And hey, we're back in space. Holy shit, how did that happen? I don't know. I recorded well, not really. I recorded about half of the things I did off camera, or well, off camera. What the hell am I even saying at this point? I mean, I say off camera, it's clearly on camera, but it's not live or something. It's no live commentary, if that makes any sense at all. I don't think it does make too much sense. Why am I so crazy? I don't quite know. I think in this flight we came back from Minmus with some science. I'm not too sure. I think it's about 600 science, something in that direction. Jebediah is rolling his spacecraft all over a hill because he is Jebediah and he does crazy stuff like that, but we can totally approve of that. So there we go, 554.6 science earned, bringing us up to 691 science, which is not even nearly enough to for what our goal is at that point. Our goal was at that point a lot of money to upgrade our R&D lab and a lot more science to unlock the Dawn of Fusion or something. The one we are looking at right now costs 200 science, 2000 science, and Fusion Expansion costing 800 science. Those two are our goal, and we are currently working very hard towards that goal. But why are we looking at the stack tree for so long? What the hell is going on? I think we should continue, maybe, possibly. Oh, look at that. We actually purchased a new tech and we are completely out of research points. So we need to get back out there into the Kerbal system, go back to Minmus and completely drain it of all its science. And after that we need to go to the moon and drain the moon of all its science, visit every biome, and it's gonna be freaking amazing. One of these days we'll get there. Holy shit, this is taking forever. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Very intriguing. Have to do something about it. Okay, there we go. We are back in space. We are going to Minmus? Seems like Minmus. Yeah, that must be Minmus, right? So, we wanted to get into a polar orbit. We wanted to pass right under its poles, do a landing on the poles, because the poles are a people, but it's also a location. So I'm not very sure. I'm so confused right now. Holy shit. But we didn't quite make it to the poles, and I'm just moving the ship around like a lunatic. I'm not getting anywhere. But eventually we do make it onto the poles. So holy shit, look at that. A new biome, more science, loads of science. Not even joking. This thing has 3 science juniors, 3 mystery goos, 3 thermometers, and 3 things of pressure. Don't quite remember what they were called. So, like, it only took us about 4 seconds, but we have once again landed. We only took off for 4 seconds and already went back down to the ground for another landing, this time in the Midlands. And we shall be moving over to the Highlands now and doing our final landing for this mission, and after that our 3 Kerbals are going back to Kerbin. And also, this was actually the first mission with 3 crew, and we are just dancing around a little bit on the surface of Minmus because we can. We basically can. So why the hell wouldn't we dance on the surface of Minmus? I mean, it's fucking fabulous, right? I mean, I think so, so that's why I did it, I guess. So we just set up our Kerbin periapsis to be about 40,000 meters, something in that direction. And it's gonna be great. We are re-entering ever so slightly. The atmosphere is slowing us down, bringing our apoapsis down, which is helpful if you want to go down for a landing. Not gonna lie, it does help quite significantly. I think the game crashed at some point, so I had to reload, and I actually did the landing differently, I think. I'm not entirely certain. The game has crashed many times, but as long as we do quick saves, we're alright. We just need to do quick saves all over the freaking place. Look at that, we just gained so much science. We're back up at 1356 science. Many EVA reports have been sent home by the antennas, and they have counted up to be quite a significant amount of science. And we are recovering another vessel, and look at that, we are at 2722 science now. Holy shit, I didn't show any of the actual flying and landing and all the stuff from this one. I think this was actually a Mun landing. Who cares, right? We just wanted to see the science. I mean, this is the ultimate science grind of sciencey grinding. We have upgraded our research and development thing, and we are looking to unlock the dawn of fusion. We fucking did it. We are only just about we are just a little bit short of fusion expansion, which is the one we absolutely want, because the fusion engine it contains is just too good. It's too good. It's basically overpowered. It's pretty damn fantastic. Not gonna lie, I totally agree with overpowered stuff. If it helps me get to a different star, because we're gonna need overpowered stuff to get to a different star. Holy fucking shit. They're kind of far away. You kind of need a load of Delta V, and it's gonna be kind of difficult with just the base parts, with the base game. And we are going down for a landing on the moon. Look at that. Perfect. The East Crater has been explored. At this very moment, the moment that I'm talking right now, like right now, hello, hi, I think there are only 3 or 4 biomes left on the moon to explore, and after that the moon will be completely and utterly drained of research or science. Except for maybe the leftovers of the material studies and the mystery goo studies, because they don't grant you 100% science for some inexplicable reason. I don't quite know how that works. It's very awkward, I don't know. But, what was I saying again? I totally forgot. That's not the best. Something about stuff? Oh yeah, exhausting the moon of science. It's gonna be great. Until the next video, I'll probably... Oh wow, I'm having major difficulties, so let me just try again. When we get around to doing the next video, the moon will probably have been completely and utterly exhausted of science. I will have visited the last biomes, and all the good stuff will have been done over there, so we can get out to all the other planets and even the other stars. And holy shit, look at this, we have collected the science we needed. We have it all, well, not all, but we have the science we so desperately wanted. We just unlocked the fusion engine. We cannot yet unlock the bigger deuterium tanks, but at least we do have one deuterium tank design shape thing available. And here we go, building a rocket ship. And I don't know what I was thinking when I was making this initially, but just don't scream at me, okay? I will fix the very obvious flaws of it. Look at this vessel. Just that had a delta V of 14,000 meters per second. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. It was just one tiny vessel. And this one has like 4,500 meters per second of delta V, which is not too impressive, but now we've gone up to nearly 9,000. The entire ship itself nearly has 15,000 meters per second of delta V, which is absolutely ridiculous. But look at this design, it's so bad. It's just so bad. I will realize in a few moments the Kerbal Craft Mark 9000, because why the fuck not? But I just about discovered the flaw in the design. It's absolutely horrible, absolutely dreadful. But I will fix it. There we go. Fantastic. We did it. It's done, basically. Pretty much done. We can take it for a test drive? Fly? Thing? I don't know. I'm confused, not gonna lie. But there we have it. Just placing the landing gears in a spot that makes a bit more sense because they weren't aligned properly. But I think we are pretty much ready to go. I'm looking around for a part of some description. Oh, I'm still doing stuff. Holy shit. I sure know how to drag it out, huh? No? Just me? I think it might be just me. So, I'm pretty sure we're going now. Holy shit. This is gonna be freaking amazing. Just look at the delta V total. If you look at the flight engineer window and look at delta V total, you will see a ridiculous number. It's absolutely insane. 11,000 meters, 10,000 now, 10,000 meters per second of delta V. That's a lot. That's a serial shitload of delta V. You could do, I don't know, 15, if you're good and efficient. You could probably do 15 landings on the moon without refueling and anything. It's absolutely ridiculous. There we go, we landed and we only used a tiny fraction of our deuterium, which is pretty damn good. We shall be using these rockets more often, because we will, just look at that, barely any of it is gone. We have used maybe 5%, maybe 10% of our fuel, and we can bring a lot more. This is just a little bit of deuterium. We could bring a lot more, and it'll be a lot crazier. And the first has actually been limited to 10%. I did that manually, so we wouldn't get crazy thrust. I wanted it to be a bit controllable, so I could do stuff with it, basically, without stuff freaking out. And we are just doing a rendezvous with a vessel in orbit of the moon, because there was a Kerbal in there who was stranded and needed rescuing, which was pretty darn easy. I mean, we have barely used half of our deuterium. And we can just play around with our orbit. We can do whatever the fuck we want. We could go to Ike or Juna, or we could go to Juna now and just go for a flyby and go back to Kerbin. We had the fuel to do that. So as I was messing over the surface, the game crashed, so I decided not to mess around over the surface and just go in for a normal landing. So we could go back to our space center and just look in awe at our tech tree, because we have unlocked the deuterium containment. Wow. Look at that, so much has been done. So many techs have been researched. It's kind of crazy. More techs will be researched by next time. I will have visited the moon once again. Probably with 4 science juniors and 4 mystery goos and 4 of everything, basically, for extra crazy science. Those deuterium engines are absolutely ridiculous. They will get us everywhere, basically, I think, possibly with some luck, because it's still me. We need the luck. But this was pretty much it for the ultimate science grind. I will not record the next mission to the moon. When we exhaust it, I will not record any of that. We will just start the next video by shooting or maybe building a rocket to go to a different planet, and it's gonna be great. So, until then, I've been Burningacidx, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.